Hello everybody and welcome. Oof, my mic's gone. My mic is coming in hot. I'll turn that down a bit. Yeah, let me know how the audio levels are. If I'm mega loud, let me know and I'll try and get to that addressed. So the hold music should be on monitor output. Why can't I hear that? I should not be doing that, should it? Oh dear me, technology sometimes. Right, I've turned the gain down on my microphone down a bit, so hopefully that is coming through okay. Turn studio mode and see if that does anything. So yeah, welcome everybody, welcome to the stream. We have all the old information on the screen, probably, because I've got home a bit later than planned. Tally is green, so let's get that done on the overlay. So, good evening, Illy. Do let me know if the audio is coming through okay. For whatever reason, I can't hear. So let's do monitor off, monitor. There we go. Yeah, so just let me know if the background music's too loud or not, or if my microphone needs to be louder. Should be okay. We are on a bit of a delay, obviously as per XTC rules. So yeah, welcome to the stream. This is game 2 of England versus Philippines. We have Dom flying resistance for England, and we have Renzus on the right flying Scum and Villainy for the Philippines. So I will open some betting. He says betting. Let's get that going. So we are playing Chance Engagement. Oh, where's my camera now? What's my camera done that? Now I'm very quiet. Okay, let me turn the gain, edit, filters. Okay, so I've turned the game back up. So yeah, just let me know how everything's working. Hopefully we're doing okay. So yeah, welcome to the stream. We have Dom on the left-hand side flying Resistance. Dom is a big fan of Resistance Falcon Poe, so here we got Poe Dameron in the Falcon. Poe's ability got 2 charges and can essentially spend 1 to ignore obstacles during the maneuver, or can spend 2 for a white boost or red barrel roll. He's got Trick Shot for the extra red dice for obstructed shots, Ray Gunner, which allows Dom to change a blank to an evade or a hit whilst it's in the firing arc. Engine upgrade for white boosts, but we've still got Ray's Vulcan title, which allows him to boost, rotate or sloop with 2 or fewer stress tokens. ZZ in the A-Wing, pretty much a staple of most resistance lists. After ZZ defends or attacks, may spend 1 charge to gain a focus or evade token. We have Lone Wolf for the reroll whilst there's no friendlies between 0 to 2. Heroic for the rerolls if rolls all blanks. And then Proton Rockets for that 5 dice banger in the bullseye. We have Evacuation of Dakar Tally. Pretty much the same ability, which is while enemy in your bullseye performance attack, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, defender rolls 1 additional dice. But we do have that white focus linked into red coordinate, which is an interesting ability there. We have Heroic. Push the Limit, which is after you fully execute a red maneuver or perform a red action. If you're not strained, you may gain a strain to remove a stress token. We've got Thread Tracers for basically giving out some friendly locks. It's a missile attack. And for the Cause, which is why you defend or perform attack, you may spend 1 non-lock blank result to choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2. The ship removes a strain or deplete. And then we got Stomaroni Stark, who is the T-70 X-Wing that thinks he's an A-Wing, so basically uses an RZ2 A-Wing dial. Some really cool abilities with Stomaroni. Has For the Cause as well, but it's, really it's his R5X3, which is a 2-charge droid that he can basically spend before he activates or engages to ignore obstacles until the end of the phase. Accelerated Sensor Array, wide defend will perform an attack if your speed is revealed. Maneuver is 3 to 5, reroll 1 dice, or if it's advanced maneuver 2 dice. So that's a really cool ability. Evening and afternoon, and welcome everybody. Hopefully let me know if the music's too loud or if my mic's not loud enough, stuff like that. They're still setting up. So we got Maul in the Gauntlet. Hate. We've got IG-88D for the double calculate action. Veteran Tail Gunner shooting out the back. Lando Crew. Night Brother title. Night Brother title is quite cool. After you reveal a non-blue maneuver, if you are stressed, you may spend 2 charge to gain 1 focus or evade token. I do like that card. It's quite useful. Hate is useful for regenning. When he suffers 1 or more damage, you may recover that many force. Maul's ability could see some action where you perform a coordinate action. If you choose a ship with initiative lower than yours, you may spend 1 force. If you do, treat the action as white, and you may coordinate 1 additional friendly ship with initiative lower than yours. So he's a 5. He can't use it on enemy because Talonbane's a 5 as well. Okay, so Maul's ability is essentially blank during this game. Lando Crew is after you roll dice, you may spend a green token to reroll up to 2 of your results. Guri is obviously the Star Viper. We don't see an awful lot of them anymore. We used to see a lot of them. Guri is at start engagement phase. If there's at least 1 enemy ship at 0 to 1, you gain a focus token. And then we have advanced sensors to allow Guri an action before executing their maneuver. And with the micro thrusters, they can barrel roll using the bendy 1 bank. Armed and Dangerous Mandalorian, seen a fair bit of him. Basically can slam, has kind of CLT for adding a focus result in the bullseye. Does have the child for 2 force, but does his force... Yeah, so his force only recharges after he suffers damage, much like the crew. Does have outmaneuver as well, which is if you're not in the defender's attack arc, you reduce their agility by 1. But yeah, and then Talonbane, who essentially doubles the range bonus whilst defending or attacking. If obviously his range bonus with Fearless, and I guess targeting computer because of the 3 points. But yeah, 2 very solid lists. We'll see how both these players get on. Let's just catch up with chat. Tim Fett, thank you very much for the sub, much appreciated. looks like players are ready to go. So looks like we're getting Road for first turn. We'll start the timer. Who is first player? Renzus is first player. Cool. So betting is open. Exclamation mark bet. 1 for Dom, 2 for Renzus, and then the amount you want to bet. Setup wise, unsurprisingly, we've got ZZ at the bottom of the board, which with her lone wolf, she obviously wants to you know, be away from her friends as for a certain amount. Squaring off against the Mandalorian, so 2 initiative 5 ships there. I mean, Poe is the only initiative 6, and Stromeroni is the only initiative 4. Everything else is initiative 5, so we're going to see. We're going to see a road roll being quite key in this matchup. Talonbane going quick. Yeah, looking to take a lock. So it'd be interesting to see where Poe and Tally end up. Probably turning away, maybe trying to see if maybe get Maul through some of the obstacles. And it is chance engagement as well, so from turn 2 onwards, players will score 1 victory point or 1 scenario point if they have a ship within range 2 of the centre, and if your opponent doesn't, you get another point, and you do. So see how that all works out. Mandalorian just doing a slow manoeuvre forwards and just boosting. Focus on ZZ, probably not too fussed. Yeah, hard one from Tally. In fact, I need to do some other stuff, don't I? Because I was a bit late back from work, so my overlay is not going to be 100% accurate at the moment. So let's get this updated. So XTC 2025. So I say England are currently 1-0 up with Jack leading us out strong. We've got another game playing later on. Tom Veal is playing. I'll see if I can bring up the pairing so I can remind myself who he is playing. So this is Dom versus Renzus. I think that is probably fine. So we've got Road for turn 2 already. The players aren't messing around. Renzus is first player again. So Stromeroni has turned back in. I think that was just a slow manoeuvre though, so yeah, probably assuming that yeah, they may obviously go fast, but we will see. Talonbane takes a focus. Good afternoon, Kev. Hope you're doing well. Evening, Connor. Yeah, so yeah, Maul's turned in. Not too unsurprising. So this will be interesting to see how ZZ and Mando square off against each other. Guru's just plodding in again. There was something else I was going to do. Now, what was I going to do? Are we going to see a slam from Mando, I wonder? Oh, I was going to check the pairings, wasn't I? Tell you who Tom Veal is playing later. We'll do that between the rounds. Cool. So Mando's basically just slammed forwards, just get away. But you got to remember though that ZZ does have a rear turret, so could potentially just fly past and just focus rotate rear. We'll see what ZZ decides to do. So Tally just a 2 forwards. Could coordinate Poe, I guess. Yep. So focus and coordinate a focus to Poe. Probably allows him to potentially do the boost. Yeah. Focus, rotate from ZZ. Try and get a nice little shot out the back into Mandalorian. 2 bank from Poe. Wonder what obstructed shots. Definitely got Guri. Could go for the target lock here. And set up quite nicely just to fly over that gas cloud next turn and not particularly care with Poe's ability. Could... Oh no, it's going to go after Mandalorian as well, so trying to get some early pressure into Mandalorian and Grogu in the N1. So it looks like we are moving into engagement phase. Let's get the other thing up. So you got a minute and a half left on betting. If you haven't already. Yeah, I'll get some background music because obviously with me just talking by myself, if I'm ending up doing other stuff, and that is a pretty good roll. 2 crits and eyeball. We'll probably just spend. I'm going to spend the focus. Probably let's see a force spend and a shield going on Mandalorian, and that gets the force back. Be quite big if ZZ can plink off the other shield, I guess, but we will see. So Talonbane gets a range 3 shot into Stromaroni. I like the way I told the players to roll down this end of the board. Okay, they are kind of remembering. So range 3 from Talonbane has a focus for hit crit. 3 defense dice for Stormaroni, who gets to spend the focus and take no damage. Maul has Poe at range 2. Oh, it's not too bad. 2 hits and eyeball. Can spend a calculate to make it 3. Could spend a force as well, I guess. And Poe will just spend an evade and take 2 shields. So pretty good dice rolls from both players so far. Guri range 3 obstructed now into Poe. Probably spend the calculate for 2. 1 evade, so last shield goes on Poe. And then, yeah, range 2 out the back from ZZ. 2 into 2. Force and focus available for both. Just the one, I think. Oh no, Lone Wolf reroll. Yeah. Yeah, now spend the focus for 2. Oh wow, yeah, so that is going to be a force spend, gets it back, but does drop the other shield off Mandalorian. No shot there, so it'll just be Stromaroni's shot left. Probably going to take it into Maul, I guess. I think it's... Is it 3 into 3? I know he's depleted, so yeah, just 2 red dice. Heroic? Question mark? Don't think he has heroic, does he? No, I don't think he gets any rerolls either. Cool. And yeah, both players have got somebody within range 2 of the centre, so each gain a scenario point. Sorry, absolutely. You know what? Because of yeah, I forgot I'm on a XTC streamer delay, and I'm a generous soul. Never let it be said otherwise. I will open betting for until they finish the planning phase. So you have a little bit of time to get some more bets in, because we like betting our imaginary internet coinage. So you got until the end of the planning phase, and Dom has already set 3 dials. So yeah, do hurry up and set. Yes, currently everybody is betting for Dom, so the smart money is to somebody to bet something on Renzus, and you might win big, but we'll see how it goes. So you'd imagine Poe here's probably 3 bank left, I guess, or do you just go straight forwards? Because Guri could do the bank. Does Guri go for a block maybe? Advanced sensors, barrel roll left, and just go, is it 4 forwards, 5 forwards? I don't know how fast Guri can go forwards. Yeah, 4 forwards. Probably want to go 3 forwards though, because you'd probably barrel roll, red calculate, and then by going 3 forwards you at least clear your strain. But if Poe clears, he can just boost past potentially. Stommeroni's in a fairly nice lane to sort of boost or charge past with that that nice high speed dial, get some re-rolls. And yeah, with I guess Poe and Mando losing both their shields, it's fairly even at this stage in the game. Everybody's still betting on Dom. I don't think you win anything if nobody bets on. There we go, Ankuro. So Renzus is first player again, going into turn 3. And I'm going to give it a little 30 seconds, and then I'm going to close betting. But we saw a 5 straight from Stommeroni. Can we get past the gauntlet? This is pretty much the same as we had in in-person streams. You can't see past that big old gauntlet. So, okay, focus roll. Potentially, I guess, trying to block Talonbane from a nice little 1 bank, or I forget what his... he's got Talon rolls, of course. Oof, 3 bank bump, but probably doesn't really care, so takes the red. Interesting. Focus calculate. Talonbane is not blocked, but probably not too fussed. Guess Maul is stressed now, but probably a 2 bank is a bit of a risk. Guri's just going to turn in, take a calculate. And then Mando is probably going to try and put some pressure on Tally. Might not go for the slam this time and just see if get shots into Tally. I'm not... Actually, I should have asked Renzus if he was where he's from. Because the way XTC works is, like, they could have 5 Filipinos and 2 Mercs, so you might have a couple of players from other countries just filling spaces, but I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head where Renzus hails from. But it is very much appreciated that they are playing on stream no matter what they're doing, and it's great to see Philippines in the XTC again. Some very good players from Philippines, sort of TMT, Tigrissa captain, obviously. So we did see the slam into Tally, into Mando, but it looks like Tally has been able to get past. Does clear the stress. I'm not sure he's got range for the coordinate, so might just rotate rear. Okay, no, went for the coordinate and has got Poe. So takes a focus. That's nice. So Tally is literally just being a support piece at the moment. And I imagine ZZ will turn in, but just needs to be very wary of not blocking Poe, I guess. Oh, taking the strain to not do that and then do the red rotate. Nice. Okay, yeah, so using all the toys there, so we'll get a range 1 shot into Mando. Okay, I'll remove the delay. I only put it back on for this stream, but yeah, I'll remove it. I thought I'd seen it in one of the documents. So Poe spends a charge to ignore the obstacle, does the expected 3 bank, might continue to boost just to get out of Maul's arc. Taking range 1 from Guri either way, so possibly yeah, getting out of Maul's arc as well might be beneficial. Yeah, boost around, can use engine upgrade to make it white. Puts them in a pretty decent position for next turn as well, getting right behind that gauntlet. Need to remember the gauntlet has got veteran tail gunner, so we will see shot out the front and the back from Maul. So Poe's going to take range 1 into Guri, 4 on 3. Well, could just spend it all to do 3 hits and a crit, which I would probably be inclined to do, because ultimately, yeah, what's 1 defense going to get you? Guri will spend the focus and lose a shield. So only 1 shield's on these Star Vipers. Oh yeah, there's a lock that, yeah, could have broken with the Kinso switch, but I suspect that's a May trigger, so nothing you can do with that. So strain on Tally, so 3 dice from Maul. Hit eyeball blank, and we'll re-roll with Lando, and we'll spend a calc and a force. Nope, spending 2 force. Oh, that's a bad defense roll from Tally. Not bad enough for heroic, but not great. So we'll lose shields and take half points. And we'll see if he does his veteran tail gunner out the back into Stromeroni. So Stromeroni will get a reroll for doing a 5 forwards. Only 2 dice out the back here. A hit eyeball. Probably spend the last calculate. Surprised didn't spend the calculate on that first shot, just in case he might have been able to save a little bit of force, but ended up spending it anyway. No shot from Talonbane, and now Guri's range 1. Importantly, not within range 3 of ZZ. Ooh, only a calculate, so hit crit going into Poe, so the crit's definitely going through. Does get the evade, so that's a big, obviously a decent spend. So what's that? Console fire on Poe. And then, yeah, range 1 from Tally out the back into Mando. So if we can push a damage through here, we'll see half points on Mandalorian. Just 1. And should be 2 defense dice, I think. Well, spends a force. Takes no damage. And I don't think there's any more shots coming, so that should be end of the turn, and each player will score a point because Poe will be within range 2 of the centre. Philippines taking a 4-2 lead at the end of turn 3. So Mandalorian's going to be able to disengage now, and we'll take his safe half points away for a bit. Be interesting to see where Guri ends up now. Can Guri block Poe? And I guess, like, where does Tally end up? Does Tally just do like a 2 forwards and try and sit behind the debris for a bit? Because Maul's got to decide now. Does Maul go forwards? Does Maul want to pivot wings now? I mean, maybe going forwards this turn is the right call. And then you've got the option to pivot wing next turn if you want. But yeah, Tally is going to have to be super defensive now. ZZ could be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe try and get that procket in. And first player role might be quite key. Because that's it. If Guri gets it wrong, ZZ could do some nasty things, but we shall see. Let's have a quick check of that Kinso switch. So after you perform a boost action, if you fully execute the manoeuvre, you may spend 1 charge to break all locks assigned to you. So it is a May action. So yeah, unfortunately missed opportunity, and we will now close betting. And we are heading into turn 4, so players playing at a decent rate. 20 minutes down, 53 to go. Looks like we're pretty much got dials set again, so both players playing at a good pace. No, Tally is stressed because she did the focus coordinate, took the strain to remove the stress, and then because she did an action, she gets to rotate and then got the stress on the rotate. So, yeah, is all good. Renzus is first player again. This is big for, obviously, Dom's initiative. 5 ships. Nice blue manoeuvre there for Stromaroni, so going to be able to do a focus boost. So if Guri has gone to try and block Poe, that's another shot that's coming in potentially. But we'll see where the Scum players go. Yeah, there was a third action. Yeah, so Maul has come forwards, clears the stress, does the double calculate, so is trying to catch Tally. Talonbane's doing the turn in. Just going to take a focus, but I believe has the lock from last turn. Yep, Talonbane Cobra's got a lock there under Stromaroni. I don't think Stromaroni's too fussed by that, because obviously with the reroll has a little bit of tank. Got the 3 shields. Mando does a hard 3, could do the Kinso switch slam. Not going to have bullseye unless he does 3 bank, but even then I don't think you get bullseye, and I don't think you put yourself in a very good position there. So just going to boost. We'll get a shot into Stromaroni at least. So 4 forwards there from Guri, probably recognising the threat that ZZ's Procket potentially demonstrates, so trying to cramp up the A-wing so that it can't line up the bullseye. Possibly just trying to decide what kind of barrel rolls might work, and I guess you probably left and forwards, I guess. Like, you could go right and back to try and get another shot into Tally, but that potentially gives ZZ a little bit of space to work with. I mean, it all depends, I guess. Has ZZ gone like a 2 forwards, or have we got like a 3 bank right or something going on here? Okay. So just a boost, I think that is. Again, putting some pressure on Tally. Link that into the red calculate. Possibly gets a focus if ZZ's range 1. Hello, Funwalk. The ultimate troll. Yep, so 2 forwards. Unsurprising from Tally. Probably obstructed. Certainly to that shot. I mean, you could almost focus boost here as well, but maybe sitting behind the debris to Maul and probably range 3 to Guri is about the best you're going to get. You know, and Tally's a cheap little distraction, 4 points. So we're going to see a barrel roll to the right. So not taking the focus, but just trying to either get out of Guri's range or maybe try and push both shots to range 3. Ooh. I don't know. So ZZ... Okay, so could focus boost in, I guess, and maybe get a shot into Mandalorian. If not, you still get a shot into Maul. Might have a few ships that can gang up on Talonbane next turn. Possibly could see a barrel roll, a boost left maybe, line at the procket into Maul. But you would get obstruction. If Maul's got range 3 out the back, I don't think so into Stromaroni. Okay, just a boost forwards. And rotating rear, so yeah, put some pressure into Guri. Rather than taking the range for into Mandalorian, I guess. And then Poe's going to turn around, fix console fire. Makes sense. You've got Ray Gunner anyway. Possibly got a shot into Mandalorian. I guess with the target lock, that could be quite big. Possibly just out of Mandalorian, I think. Might get obstructed into Maul. That is in fact the only shot obstructed into Maul. So does get trick shot. But I think you can see that you're not going to get shot back by many things. Not a great hit 2 eyes. Leaving it as it is. And yep, gets all the evades. Yeah, because it was range 3 as well, so it gets 4 green dice. Okay, from Singapore, that's cool. Okay, so Talonbane gets a range 3 shot into Stromaroni, so 3 dice on 3. I think there's target lock focus for Talonbane and a reroll and focus for Stromaroni. Well, hit 2 blanks will probably see the target lock get spent. And that's probably an easy focus spend. Don't think there's any other shots coming into Talonbane. And again, an easy focus spend for Stromaroni. Just take no damage. No shot from Guri, so that barrel roll was good. But we'll still see a range 3 obstructed shot from Maul into Tally. So 3 on 5. No mods for Tally though, and we've got double calculate with Lando reroll, or just roll hit 2 crits. That's absolutely fine. Wow, and I think she's dead. 1 evade. Very unfortunate there for Tally, but I mean, she has distracted a few of the pieces. All depends, I guess, if Dom can make the ZZ shot work, and obviously Stromaronians and Poe and ZZ on the other side of the board versus Talonbane and Mando for a bit. Guri is stressed, so it'll take a little while to come back round. So range 1 from ZZ out the back into Guri, 3 on 3. Possibly a Lone Wolf reroll from ZZ. No focus though. Going to check for a reroll if his thing works. Nope, so Poe's in range 2, so no Lone Wolf. And yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. No shot from Stromaroni. And they're 1 point each, so 3-7 now to Philippines. But I don't think Dom needs to worry too much at this point in the game. You know, it is fairly early as sort of things stand. This is game 2. It's fine up Korotan. But yeah, so this is game 2 out of 7. So welcome to round 1 of the XTC 2025. So this is essentially a World Cup of X-Wing online. There are national teams. So I am the England captain and Dom is playing for England, and we are playing against Philippines in round 1. I mean, it's a decent Maul build, but like, how much are we seeing like the gauntlets really overpower things? Like Scum have got lots of good options, so I'm quite happy to see a competitive Maul build, but we'll see. But yeah, so this is game 2. We've got Tom Veal playing much later this evening. He is running Rebels for us against the Philippines CIS player. So essentially we've got 7 players on each team, running one of each faction essentially. We've also got a couple of subs, so myself and Dan Athy are the subs for England. Each round we pair off our players against the opposing players, and then yeah, whoever wins the most games in the round wins. So England are currently 1-0 up with Peter McCabe, our Scum player, beat the Philippines Resistance player. And then we've got obviously it's Tom Veal playing later, and then the other 4 players of the team are playing. I think Jack is playing tomorrow, Tom Candlin is playing on Saturday, and then Liam and Ollie are playing on Sunday. I'm definitely going to stream Liam and Ollie, so we should have a double header if we get to that stage. Obviously that could be, you know, deciding matches and could be quite big, obviously, to sort of tune in and watch. I am going to stream the deciding match between Wales and Ireland tomorrow. So James versus Kev. They are now tied 3-all in their series, having Wales having gone 3-0 up. So Ireland have done fantastic to submarine and square the series. So we'll see how it goes. And this competition is done slightly differently. So it used to be pools into like a league, like a final stage. Now we are doing a double elimination knockout tournament. So if your team loses a round, you're not necessarily out of the competition, but you will then need to make sure that you go unbeaten to the final. And as soon as you suffer your second loss, your team is knocked out. So all teams are currently vying. There is a challenge, you know, in fact I probably should have that set up somewhere. That would probably make a lot of sense. Road for 5th turn, and it's still Renzus. I don't have to change my overlay. I do appreciate the players working with me here to make my life easy. So stream my match. Where did I put the challenge? There it is. So minimize that, bring up that. So Stromer only has it kind of expected, sort of coming into that channel in the center. Probably expect to rotate and swivel from Maul. So don't have exit. Add a command. Command is XTC. See all the results. This could be fun. I think the battery's just dying in my headset, which is obviously attached to the microphone. So I might have to swap to my backup headset. In fact, let me go and get another cable. I'm just going to turn the face cam off for a sec. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. I've had to swap onto a different headset. That is working, but why is desktop working? That means it should still be working. Yeah, Procket is online. Looks like a range 2 shot there. Just trying to decide if you want to go into ZZ, Stronger, or Poe. Lots of choices. Could shoot Poe and sorry, could shoot Tenenbaum into both, but opting to go into Poe. Probably the big points to consider. So 2 more damage into Poe, looks like it's given up half points. Guri's got a couple of shots. Sorry, is my my audio coming out? Right, I've plugged my better headset back in, so we'll just try limp on. So do let me know if the audio is coming back better. Hopefully it's back to normal. But yes, that was pretty brutal. So Poe took an absolute chunk of damage that turn, and some pretty terrible ones as well, because damage sensor array really is going to affect what he can do. Triple stressed, so you will see a blue maneuver, probably just like a blue forwards or something. ZZ is going to have to do the hard turn, probably away from that gas cloud. Yeah, not fantastic place to be. Stormaroni as well, not in the best of places. So let's just make sure that works. So yeah, 6-11, going to turn 6. But I mean, Talonbane's not in a great place either. Going to really struggle with any kind of reposition. We shall see. Oh, I can turn my face cam back on at least. Oh, and the camera's bloody reset itself as well. Because I know you all want to see my lovely face. Oh, come on. Yeah, Guri. Guri's not the best of place. Guri's also one off half now. Talonbane did give up half at least for Dom. I don't think there's much else damage. But at least he got a decent return, I guess, from the Crockett. One less paint and Talonbane would have been dead, but despite that, obviously he's still playing well. Oh, I forgot he can sloop, can't he? And then can he do stuff with that? He gets 2 rerolls at least, so that's pretty decent for Stormaroni. You say just fly over, but you got to remember that you could get ionized and also could get in the way of Poe. And I guess not knowing who first player is, you don't want to be... yeah, just watch out for Talonbane and where Talonbane was going to be. Guri just turns, stays stressed. But I think Stormaroni's probably got a shot there. Yeah, range 2 with 2 rerolls. Mandalorian has turned in as well. It's a target-rich environment for that T-70 that thinks it's an A-wing. I mean, you probably... Like, it's not a great shot. I mean, it has got any focus tokens, but it does get 2 rerolls. Take a focus for defense while it sings. Talonbane turns in. Are we going to see a roll left try and block Poe? Not sure that's great for Talonbane. I guess you'd still get a range 0 shot into Poe. And I guess Poe can still do his boost, can't he? Because it's not a boost action. If he does clear... Oh no, it is a boost action. Okay, so he can't do that. So Talonbane does go for that. But then surely that just gives ZZ the option. So the 2 hard doesn't hit the debris. Takes a focus. I wondered if might try and roll into Talonbane there. Poe gets blocked. But probably not too fussed. Doesn't get to do the focus action because of the stress. But does have Ray anyway. I mean, Poe could initiative kill Talonbane here. 2 health remaining. Unlikely. Probably going to see Poe try and help gang up on some of the other ships, I guess. Don't think there'll be an obstructed shot for Poe. Oh, he's just going to do... Was it range? Oh, he's taking the range 0 into Talonbane. Gets a single crit. Oh, single evade. I might have been tempted to go into maybe one of the other ships that... I guess if you're not going to spend ray gunner, if you're going to save it for defence, then maybe not. So range 0 from Talonbane here, so Dom's hoping that dice behave themselves. Yeah, one's okay. I think he can still use ray gunner on this. Yeah, so spends a force. Takes no damage, at least maybe forces Maul to shoot Poe. So Mando next, range 2 into Stomaroni. Gets 2 hits. 2 agility for the T-70. One shield or Stomaroni. Try and keep an eye on chat as well at the same time. So Maul is shooting. I didn't quite see who was shooting. I think he's re-rolled. Rolled a crit, so put a crit into Poe, but only rolled 2 agility, so here's a fuel leak. Did he say could be obstructed? Probably should have rolled an extra green dice there, but I didn't see if there was a strain or something. And, you know, at the end of the day... okay, heroic reroll from ZZ, was that? Yeah, she is heroic. 2 evades, and now Stomaroni probably going to shoot Guri and try and get half points. 3 on 3, at least got 2 rerolls. Doesn't need 2 rerolls, 2 hits and a crit. Hit crit going into the Star Viper, so definitely going to give up half points. See what the crit is. Damage engine. Okay, well. Definitely does restrict where that Star Viper is going to go next turn. Each player gets a point. So 12 plays 9, so not leaking many more points there from Dom. Poe's still got loose stabilizer though, so probably just a 1 forwards. He has heroic on ZZ. Yes, Stomaroni gets it. Yeah, I think he did forget a defense dice, but I'm not supposed to interfere, so I will not. I mean, I did say to the players, if I saw something absolutely game-breaking, I would jump in. Players forgetting to count up their green dice, I don't think really falls into that. My audio level's still coming through okay. Also just moving the headset around and stuff. So, going into turn 7, both players ready. Renzus is still first player. And we have the turn from Stomaroni. It's only a 2 turns, so doesn't get his ability, but will focus boost. Hopefully trying to catch a Star Viper or somebody. messing around. We shall see. Tanbane turns out, but surely Poe can only do a 1 forwards here because of loose stabilizer. Does kind of keep Poe on the board, I guess, you know, and not going to be able to do an awful lot. Maul still doesn't get to flip the wings because still hasn't fully executed a maneuver. Oof. So Guri does get to clear the stress. I think a barrel roll to the left. Oh no, just boost. Yeah, just boost. Trying to work out what might or might not fit. Yeah, Stromery does not have a shot there. Potentially could be a bad turn for Dom here because I imagine he loses Poe, but no, I think Maul did land a crit through, but yeah, didn't obviously push much else in. So I think that was a boost for Mando, which is a bit brave with ZZ floating around there. Hard one, focus boost, I guess, with ZZ and get a shot into Mando. Because the arc's out the back. Oh no. Maybe has it got front arc already? Yeah, he's got front arc already, so didn't need to boost. And yeah, Poe takes the bump, clears the stress. But I imagine Poe is very much dead. 1 hull remaining. Still will get to shoot, and has obstructed into Mandalorian. So going to take a trick shot, range 3 into Mandalorian. 4 dice into 4. Does have Ray Gunner. Doesn't need Ray Gunner. Crit 3 hits. I think spends a force. Take a crit, and the crit is weapons failure. That's good for ZZ, and does get half points on Mandalorian. Still got force available for Ray Gunner if somehow Maul does not get 2. Just going to spend a calculator, I imagine. I don't know why he's spending both, but he spent both calculates, whatever, and that is enough to kill Poe. Oh, he might have been on 2 anyway, so. But I suppose with the Guri shot as well, it was fairly inevitable. So range 1 now from a weapon failed Mandalorian into ZZ. Gets a crit. Probably wants to keep the force for defense. 1 evade, no damage. And so now we have range 1 back. 3 into 2. 2 hull remaining. So if ZZ can get 3 and 1 blank will do it. I think we'll see Heroic Lone Wolf. Yep. So gets the single reroll. I think that maybe they're just discussing when Poe gets removed. Interesting. So I think they were just discussing where Poe was. I think they could have done a return there, but so Mando takes another damage. But that's pretty big because obviously if he gets the reroll, I mean it's not guaranteed that he gets a damage. And then each get a point. I mean, like, it's not looking great for Dom, but he's still in the game. You know, if Mando dies, that's an extra 2 points, gets him to 15. Talonbane and Maul need to sort of move away from that central objective, so maybe Guri has to turn in. I mean, you got to assume at some point Dom will be first player. Yeah, Mandalorian did have a target lock, so could have spent that on offense, but decided not to, or forgot. Again, obviously not interfering, but yeah, would have been quite big to see where Poe is. So you can do, I think you can do the return action to return the model to the board to see where he is. Where are we at in the world? There we are. So we're going to turn 8 now. Both players playing at a very good pace, getting us through the game, but very much looking like Philippines can tie up the series here. If you're not aware, there are lots of XTC streams going on at the moment, so do keep an eye on social media. Hopefully you'll see what other games are going on. I mean, I don't think he was range 2, but again, I can't jump in and tell them to restore the ship to its proper place. I think Dom, maybe he's feeling a little tilted. I'm not too sure. But he shouldn't. Dom should not have removed the ship. I mean, that's the big thing, isn't it? And he did remove the ship early. Hey, Dom is finally first player. Let's do that. So Stromaroni, focus boost. Get in front of Guri potentially. 3 bank, probably just going to take a focus with focus rotate with ZZ, but Mandalorian can just slam away, so it's probably not a big deal. Talon roll from Talonbane, who does need to be slightly wary because obviously you know, getting close to death himself. Still got 15 minutes left in the game as well, so Maul can finally close his wings. Takes the double calculate because at least you get the Lando reroll, I guess. Yeah, 3 bank and probably just going to slam away with Mando. I mean, that's the worst thing as well. Not getting the kill last turn. That's just going to take some points away, I guess. But you know, maybe. I mean, what's half on Maul? He's 7 points. So, like, you know, if they could perhaps chip away into Maul, but I'm not sure that's really an option. So Guri's going to take a target lock for next turn. Okay. Like yeah, it is tough. Like, Dom shouldn't have removed the ship, so I think he probably just didn't argue the point as such. So no shot from ZZ, that's big. Nothing from Talonbane, so it's probably just Stromaroni. Oh no, rear shot from Maul into ZZ. 2 dice into 4. Definitely will have Lone Wolf this time. Oh, there's my hand. Again though, Dom is... Why is Dom not rolling enough green dice? ZZ was range 3, so should have rolled 4 dice there. Don't understand, so loses a shield. No, and ZZ is completely the wrong colour, I've just realised. So what was that? A shield, and each player gets a point. But yeah, now ZZ's not in the best of places to be able to be that effective next turn. I don't think the hard 2 clears that gas cloud. Stromeroni could just go fast forwards here and try and put some pressure, get re-rolls. Whether or not the Star Viper wants to come round. 11 minutes left and going into turn 9 could be an option. But just want to say thanks to everybody for tuning and watching. Hope you're all having a good day. Lots more X-Wing being streamed, so do check it out. Illy in chat has been streaming and a few others. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Like, maybe Dom's kind of thrown it in a bit, you know, a bit tilted. PM'd me on Discord, or PM'd somebody else on Discord. Yeah, so hopefully Tom Veal playing later today can get us back on track, and then Jack on Friday edging us towards the weekend and a round win versus Philippines. But we'll see. Like, you know, Philippines have got some very good players. You know, no round is going to be easy. And, you know, like the Reds, well, the dice weren't great for Dom to start with. Like Tally's defense dice weren't that spectacular, and, you know, the red dice going into Tally were pretty good. So yeah, sometimes you just have a bad start to the game. But we've got 10 minutes left in the game. We are in turn 8, heading into turn 9. What score is correct? Probably that one. I need to double check. Maybe I didn't. Have I missed some damage somewhere? So every ship bar Maul has given up half points. So 1830, 1840. Okay, yeah, I just quickly jumped in and just chatted over scores because I think that's an important one to get right, so both players know exactly where they are in the game. So Zizi did turn. Won't get a shot this turn because she's stressed, but looks like a 5 dice Talonbane shot into Stormeroni. Does have Fearless and Focus, but that's, wow. All paint, spends the 2 focus, gets a reroll. Not gonna matter. It's gonna be 2 shields, 2 crits. Wounded and fuel leak in Stormeroni. So let's get that one done to there. So wounded and fuel leak. So Maul out the back gets 3 hits out of hand as well. Yeah, I don't think we need to look at dice stats at the end of this game. This has been pretty brutal for Dom. Spends a focus, takes 1, but Guri's still going to be able to shoot, and Mando. So I don't think, like, maybe he just thinks... Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe they've just called it there with the extra shots. Think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Dom's jumped off. So yeah, GG to well, I think half points gave him the win anyway, didn't it? So and then Stromer only just taking an absolute beating there. Yeah, well, thank you very much everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Congratulations to Philippines. That's going to tie up the series at 1-1. I was muted, hopefully I'm back chatting now. Rough game for Dom. I think like he was definitely still within the game there, but that was yeah, pretty brutal. But well played by Renzu. I think he executed that well. It's a really cool Scum list as well. So we've seen some of the parts like Talonbane and Guri are certainly not. So it's nice to see those on the board. Yeah, I mean that's it. Let's pay out bets. So one person, I think maybe 2, bet on Renzus. So yeah, 2 people bet on Renzus. So let's open, close, and pick the winner and complete. So congratulations to those 2 lucky people who have just yeah, absolutely blown the market in those. Thank you people who have come along and subbed. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. We can just go onto the hold screen at the end. Wait for my cameras to try and catch up. Oh, where's my face gone? My face. There we go. So yeah, if you're if you're not aware, lots of XTC games going on. This is just round 1. We've got a good 5 or 6 weeks of this to go. So do keep an eye on social media. You'll get go live notifications. If you haven't done already, do consider following the channel and you'll get go live notifications. If you can sub, it's always appreciated. Do alt art giveaways every 20 subs. So we're about 11 subs away from the next giveaway. And then I am doing funding goals for my in-person streaming I've been doing. And I've got full play set of the kind of marbly core set dice from the Worlds last year, and yeah, a gonk bottle opener for those who want help. But that'll do us for now. I'm gonna go and cook dinner, and yeah, back tomorrow at 9 PM UK with the deciding match of Wales versus Ireland. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all next time.